All right. Hey, everybody. Check out the Dread Exodibus. It's the new podcast we got going on. It's scripted fiction. It's really fun. Been working hard on that one too. And we will see you soon on the next episode of the Kentucky X-Files. So take care of each other. We'll see you. Showed up all this way. Back on our planet, we ran out of nitrogen. Do you guys mind if we take some?
We would just give them tire discounters at that point.
Yeah.
Like they tried to sell us this stupid nitrogen inflated tire with the green valve cap that did nothing. It was snake oil. So just take all of tire discounters. They're yours.
Yeah. I'm just saying, people don't ever entertain the idea that the alien invasion might be a friendly thing. It might be a friendly neighborhood. Stop in, hey, can we get like a cup of sugar? Yeah, dude, come on in. Yeah, I'll throw some burgers on.
We'll just put it on my Christmas tree.
Yeah, come on in, dude. Why is this earthling naked? Holy shit, I am naked. Come on in. I'm just saying, we definitely always assume that they're coming in force and for ill reason.
Right.
And I think that we got to entertain the possibility that motherfuckers could just have a flat.
I mean,
it could just need to use the phone.
It makes sense.
What if that was it? What if they showed up hey, look, our ship's busted up, man. Can we make a call to get a pickup? We didn't even mean to land here, but you guys were the closest one. You had decent air. We heard the tacos might be okay. We wanted to catch a wrestling event, and then maybe just head out. We're cool. We're not. In that case, I feel like we should be you know what, bro? Come on in, man. We'll get pay-per-view, and I'll order you some fucking tacos. No, I mean they're little, I guess. So they're yeah. And then he continues. Then he tries to touch your face because you're human and you're weird. And you're like, okay, okay. Boundaries, yeah. We do not know boundaries on our planet. Starts picking your nose. Then you sneeze, and your germs get into him. He dies because his immune system is not ready for that. Starts an interstellar war. Oh no! Black, did I just kill the first extraterrestrial? Yeah.
Like the other ones that were with him. He was our king. Oh, I killed one person.
Why the fuck did you send him here? God damn it! So yeah, I thought of a funny scenario too. Is what if aliens came and we started to commune with them and we're like, hey, you know what? These dudes are actually they're all right. This is cool. We thought you guys were going to be dicks, but you turned out to be okay. We're exchanging. We're giving you tacos.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then what if they were like, what's up with these Bigfoot things? What? What if they sprung that one on them? They actually have clear pictures.
No, they pull one aside like this thing. They're like,
he's not blurry. Yeah. What the fuck?
No, that would be funny. He is blurry.
Yeah. Even they have blurry pictures of him.
No. They pull him aside, they bring him out, and he's physically
blurry. Physically blurry.
He's physically blurry.
I think at that point I'd be like, I'm gonna go ahead and insert foot and mouth now, and
Yeah. Maybe that's his camouflage. He's
nice to
just
meet you, Mr. Sasquatch.
Squash.
Yeah,
That's French.
Sasquatch. Yeah,
Sasquatchy.
That's
Sasquatchy.
that's it. That's the Sasquatch in France. Yeah, oui.
This
French.
this is Pierre. I'm just saying, like, what if they showed up and they were like, "Oh yeah, you guys have Bigfoots," and we're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And then he drags in a shrub, and he's like, "And dogmen." We're like, "Wait a minute, that's a shrub. We can't see the dogman, bro. It just looks like a plant." Yeah, I noticed that. It seems like that topic died down quite a bit. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I like to watch this shit. I think it's funny as fuck. That the dog stuff is kind of like it just fades away for a while. Every now and again, somebody will come up with a good story and they'll put it out, and it'll surge again. But
Yeah.
you know,
Since we're on the topic of aliens, though, I wanted to
yeah,
ask this question too. Another person was like, it was because of the. I don't think it was because of the eclipse, but somebody was talking to this guy, and he was saying like actual in like I guess text or something. I don't know what he was like, what he read, but he believes that we are part alien. Humans are part alien.
yeah. There's
That we like our basic building block of us is alien, and then it uses what is around like here to finish it. Like basically, they fucking Jurassic Parked us.
uh okay. This is gonna sound like it's really far out there, but I
Hmm.
promise you that it's not. It's
Okay,
called panspermia. Okay.
okay, you're gonna have to explain this because I'm just thinking of pans, like actual cooking pans.
Yeah, panspermia. The panspermia hypothesis states that all of life is spread over the universe, and it inadvertently passes from place to place, from place to place. Um, it's like imagine bacteria in water that's frozen in the center of an asteroid that hits the Earth. Okay, if the circumstances are right, that bacteria may survive. It's a needle in a haystack, but it may survive. So the way that they will try to prove panspermia is if we find bacterial life on one of the other planets, like Mars or the Moon. If they find bacteria there, even if it's fossilized bacteria, um, it will essentially prove panspermia because entire oceans were brought here inside of asteroids, not on purpose, but they were just there.
All right.
We didn't start with all this water. You know what I mean? We didn't grow water. I mean the like what is it, hydrosol reaction to make water is like not something that just happens out in the universe. Right? It's not a very common thing. So we didn't just have natural reactions on Earth creating a bunch of water. It came here from elsewhere, right? So their idea is that perhaps the bacteria that started life on Earth also came from elsewhere. And if you really think about it, it's actually not that far out of a theory because things, there's what are they called? Remember the little space bears? They're like tiny little fucking uh
The microscopic,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
They can survive in the vacuum of space without
yeah,
any issue.
yeah. The what the hell are those called? I can't.
Something bear.
Yeah, I
It
can't.
looks. It just reminds me of like a
It looks like a pig. It looks like a pig, like a baby pig.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like a one. I mean, it has like little like suction cup for a mouth.
Yeah.
Here, I'll
Uh,
show you guys. I gotta. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little space bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, microbial life on Earth could have traveled here from Mars or even from another star system, and then evolves into a plethora of species seen today. In essence, we may all be Martians. Yeah, the panspermia concept was discussed among scientists in the 1700s, again in the 1800s, and then notably when Sir Fed Hoyle and Sandra that word popularized it 30 years ago. Mainstream scientists also often dismissed the hypothesis, however, even into the 90s. But now that we know that this little guy can survive in space without any issue, we know that panspermia actually has a lot more steam than it ever did, and actually, it could end up being the theory of how all life started.
I feel I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent on it, but don't you feel like that would give a lot of people? I don't feel like a lot of people will jump on that, because then that means this was all an accident. This really did not.
I,
Like,
I don't know. You're probably right on their reaction. I think.
yeah,
But
because
I
you're
think it's
saying that this, because that a circumstance of that happened to happen, like unless like something had to push it that way, unless or physically do something to create that. Maybe not do it fit like maybe not conjure it up as that as we keep making it as more of like a magic or a spiritual kind of thing, but just kind of get it into that direction. But the way
yeah.
it's making it like sounding is that yeah, this stuff is out there that it could happen, but it just has to have the right.
Yeah.
Hold on, hold on, how did yeah, Robo Robo Josh always
Basically,
said
what
it
it
right.
is they're not taking an empty dinner plate and making a taco on it. You know, they have all the ingredients have to be there. You have to have the shell, the meat, the lettuce, everything has to be there, ready to go.
Taco files.
Basically, what it
Telling
is.
you, if we ever need another new name for the show, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think though that you're right. I think a lot of people would react badly to it, but I can't help but to be kind of proud of it. Like if it ends up being true, that's on some distant world somewhere, maybe an asteroid hit and it blasted the oceans into space, and they froze and became these giant asteroids and collected dust along the way, which could have created like a shell. You know what I mean? Something that protects them. And you got these frozen oceans with these little microbes like that one in there, and eventually it crash landed on a planet, and that planet just got introduced to liquid water for the first time, and that changed the atmosphere. You could also think that whatever planet that life came from before probably was a lot different than our planet, that things had to evolve to live here, and we just look at it like, well, this is the optimal place for life to evolve.
Of course, we think that.
Yeah, it could have been so much different somewhere else. Like the beings from that place could be like, God, your planet's fucking cold, dude. Your planet sucks.
Yeah,
Our planet's
yeah.
400 degrees, bro. And we're like, dude, that's fucking way too hot. We'd melt. Yeah, because you suck. You know what I mean?
These aliens are dicks.
Yeah. I'm not giving that guy any tacos.
Yeah, my taco.
Panspermia would say that if we find microscopic life on another planet, or even the evidence that it used to be there, all we have to do is look at its DNA. If its DNA is anywhere similar to ours, then that proves panspermia. And it sucks because I know there's a lot of folks in the scientific community that hate that because it's pretty dead nuts. Like if the DNA, if we go out to Pluto and find microscopic DNA and we look at that DNA and it has one line of DNA that matches ours, then we know that panspermia is real. Because for us, DNA is the building blocks of all life here on Earth, right?
Right.
There's no arguing evidence to say that DNA doesn't work the same way elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing. There's no what do you call it? Logical way for DNA to work another way. Because if you rearrange DNA, shit falls apart. You know. So if we find DNA, like I said, even remotely close on the other side of the galaxy, then we know for a fact, without a doubt, that panspermia is probably the progenitive force that created life. I think that's exciting. Yeah.
So I know this might like as I was thinking about it, it was kind of not that I don't know. Hold on, I'm just going to say it. You said that it might like we might have came from like Mars or something like that. It like kind of started it, but I keep thinking it's like when you say like we might have came from Mars, like are you saying that just the bacteria came from Mars, or there was once a civilization? Like or
I
like said
seriously
like it
doubt
doesn't.
that. Yeah.
Not saying that it was on Mars or like, but like wherever it came from, like it had a civilization, it died off, and
Well,
shit go awry.
Mars is the same age as Earth, give or take. So how long does it take for all evidence of humans to disintegrate into sand?
That's what I was just saying. Like, that's why I was trying to get at it.
Yeah.
How long does it take for
Yeah.
signs of life? Like, because I guarantee that our, I wouldn't say the tall buildings or any of that, but majority of structures would stay together for quite some time, even in rubble though. Like just sitting there, like probably collapsed in on themselves. You'll still see signs of like that because shit, you can see that to this day on certain like old like monuments and shit like that. That
Yeah.
uh of us, but now we take care of those. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. There is a bacteria that's found here on Earth. It's a microbe, right? Uh, you guys are gonna love this. You two, especially, will love this. It's pronounced Deinococcus radiodurans, right? In the scientific community, it is known as Conan the bacterium.
Conan the bacterium.
It is
Those are a bunch of dweebs.
They consider it Earth's toughest microbe, and it can absolutely go dormant and survive on Mars.
Oh, that's fucking beautiful.
Right? What I'm saying is if aliens show up and they look similar to us, don't be shocked.
Right.
Because
so our depictions of aliens are kind of not off.
Well, they're similar enough if you think about it.
But like everybody makes that assumption that we only made them in that image because we basically just we made them in our own image, but with slightly different aspects of it because that's all we know. Like, yeah, eventually people went down the road of making aliens in movies that have tentacles and shit like that.
Yeah.
But
so we know that in our own evolution, we had to stand up and look around to be alerted of danger.
Right.
So, yeah, we had to see above the grass.
The only thing customizable about an intelligent species is the sensory organs. So if they were on a planet that had a red giant star instead of a little yellow sun like ours. The light's going to be dimmer. They may be able to see better at night. They may have larger eyes. You know,
Okay.
if let's say for some reason that they have a noisy star, a star that produces crazy frequencies that obstruct hearing, they might not rely on hearing whatsoever. They might rely on vibration then, and
Body
they
ranges.
they might be different. The large black eyes of the little gray aliens is like the most believable thing that I've ever seen as far as the depictions.
Hell, they might even do things like sharks do, where they have that sensory gland and it's all electromagnetic.
They could, yeah. Like I said, the only thing customizable would be the sensory organs. It'd be, how does he communicate? How does he understand the environment around him? How does he interact with that? That whatever. So, if we had a little gray alien here and we tested their DNA and we found similarities in ours, then we would know right then and there that, well, albeit how far away, we're related.
Right.
It's amazing because, to me, that's exciting as fuck. Like, I understand where people would be like, well, that's fucked up, like they would say it would go against a creative force, a God, and all this. I disagree. I absolutely disagree with that, because the battle between science and religion is, to me, two different approaches towards the same goal, to understand life.
Right.
One is passed down, from generation to generation in stories and faith, and that's fine. I'm okay with it. The other is where faith isn't enough. We have to know. We have to understand how it works. We have to know all the details of it. What if in the end we found a great life form somewhere in the center of the universe, in the center of the universe, and it was born in the Big Bang, and its DNA is what carries all of us. And then you would have the end of the goal for both sides. You would have a scientific explanation to all life throughout the universe, and you would have a creator. That's a perfect world, in my opinion. That's a perfect scenario. Because you have a creator, you have a creative force that gave life to everything, and you have the source of all DNA, and that's fucking awesome. The possibility of that is pretty decent. But there's also the possibility of a not so happy ending, and we might find that the DNA progenitors, whoever sent it or whoever inadvertently sent it, not meaning to, could be long gone.
Mm-hmm.
This could be the end of a universe, for all we know. We just don't know. Is the universe slowing down? What happens when it stops completely? What happens when it stops expanding? That's the ultimate end of the story. There's no after. Does it do a big reversal? We just don't know yet. So yeah, these microbes could come from everywhere, and if they do, you could only imagine that there's other microbes out there that have also spread. What do they look like? What kind of shit did they create? I don't know, man. It's mind blowing. Like an infinite possible outcome to the question. But I just think if aliens land and they come off their ship and they look similar to us, it shouldn't be a big shock.
Right.
Yeah. It should be like oh, okay. Sup, cuz? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Hey, cousins, nice ship. Could you teach us that? I don't know. I just think it's fucking neat, man. I love everything about panspermia. I think is fascinating. It's because it's like science backed. It seems like this huge fantasy scenario, but it's actually more likely than any other. You know what I mean? Because microbes don't just pop out of thin air. they grow
Right.
and evolve over time. So
But isn't there like theories that is it the octopus or the squid that they're not of this earth? That the same scenario.
there's they do share DNA though. Like there is DNA that they share with us. It just seems to be like they evolved differently than us.
Right.
So it's weird because everything else on Earth kind of evolved a certain way, and then you have these certain like cuttlefish that are like able to defy all of these things in nature while
Right.
being pretty intelligent. You know, an octopus is up in primate level intelligence.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Yeah. They're only a couple degrees off from becoming
Yeah.
something like us.
yeah, that'd be a
Yeah,
terrifying
'cause
scenario.
yeah, because didn't they? What was it they gave a bottle with a fish in it to an octopus?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It just took it a second or two. It took the cap off and like fish basically grab the fish out of the
Yeah.
bottle.
Yeah.
It's like it feels around. It made its assumption like, how am I supposed to get into this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
me telling you guys about the octopus that kept sneaking through the vent, like the filter system at the aquarium and murdering sharks?
Yeah.
No.
I remember that.
It escaped up into the filter system.
Uh-huh.
It waited till nighttime till nobody was around. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, of like what? It would sneak up through the filters and it would get into the shark tank and then it would grab sharks, turn them upside down, and then eat them. And then it would return to its own tank before
Yeah.
morning. So they noticed that the sharks were disappearing, that they had less and less sharks. And that's how they figured it out. They put cameras in to basically monitor, and they figured out that the octopus was escaping and murdering and then coming back and, like, oh, I'm back. No big deal. What happened over there?
Yeah, that's scary. I am
That's
going to be on the case.
yeah. Well,
My
I'm gonna make
eyes
some phone calls.
eyes are peeled.
I wonder if that's the octopus they based on Ed O'Neill's character in Finding Dory.
I don't know. I don't know, but let's see here. I'm gonna try to find it. Yeah, the octopus that was killing sharks at the aquarium. It was a giant. Pacific octopus. Yeah, it was. It's so crazy.
I kind of want to see what one of these things look like.
Said the octopus. This was at the Monterey Bay Aquarium.
Yeah.
The little sharks at the petting zoo were in tanks were going missing at night, and they couldn't figure it out. So they finally set up cameras, and they saw that the giant Pacific octopus was waiting until everyone left, opening up its tank, and basically sneaking out and grabbing these sharks and eating them.
Holy crap. Have you seen how big a giant Pacific octopus is?
No.
They're like the size of us or bigger.
Let's see. Oh, that's massive.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm just like envisioning an octopus, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't realize they were that damn big.
Dude, that's crazy. I want to try to share this picture. If I can here. Where's that here? Overlay. Yeah, look at the size of this thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang.
Yeah, that's a big old sun gun.
Is that the one?
I don't think that's the one. I wonder if I can. I wonder if I can find a picture of that one. Monterey Bay octopus.
I'm just like now thinking like what would happen like as it was like sneaking out of its tank. Like somebody like, oh man, crap, I forgot my keys. And he walks back inside and the octopus is like just like
Holy
falls
shit.
back in.
Okay, for one, I'm gonna have to give them. I'm gonna have to give them some serious points for the name they picked for this octopus. His name is Cute Thulu,
Nice.
and here is a picture of Cute Thulu. Even though I love that they gave him that name, even though he's a murdering.
Oh, he's a big lad.
Yeah, so he's a big boy, and when questioned about his motives, Cute Thulu responded, "Fuck sharks."
I'm just saying, like, look at him like displaying himself. Like all these kids are fascinated, but they don't know they're staring at a murderer right now.
They
Right.
are, yeah. He's literally like, you don't know the things that I've done.
Yeah.
You don't know me. You know? Cthulhu Patagon.
Cute Tulu Fatakan.
Cute Cthulhu. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry. Yeah, he's big. Just to think that at nighttime he was just sneaking out and killing sharks, dude. That's amazing.